All right, good evening, Mabuhay Philippines. Good afternoon and good morning to all over the world. Welcome back once again to Pageant Trend. This is Jay hosting the live interview with one of the candidates of Mr. Grand International Philippines. And of course, you already know kung sinong ating guest for tonight's live session. But before that, we are also live at our YouTube channel, Pageant Trend. So if you are new there, don't hesitate to click the like and also click the notification bell so that you will be updated whenever we have new uploaded videos and new live interviews like this. And also, we have our new account of Instagram. So, our previous account was disabled. I don't know what really happened. So, please, guys, do help us to grow again. Just search at Pageant Trend Official. So, that's our new Instagram account at Pageant Trend Official. So, don't hesitate to follow us also for more updates and features about pageant. And of course, so ayun, I'm very excited. I'm very much excited to get to introduce to you my special guest for tonight's live session. And walang iba kundi si Michael Comaling. He is uh, representing the Philippines to the Mr. Grand International 2021 pageant. Nagaganapin sa Vasco Nunez Balboa Convention Center Hotel, El Panama by Faranda Grand. Ayan. So sa Panama, gaganapin ang Mr. Grand International 2021 pageants on December 4. And also, meron din silang voting. So if you haven't vote for your favorite candidates, please don't forget to vote your favorite candidate and as well as vote na rin sa ating representative na si Michael Comaling. So ayan, ito po yung steps. Oh, ayan. That's our vote. Ayan yung voting process ng Mr. Grand International. So you can go to vantel.ph and vote for your favorite candidates sa Mr. Grand International 2021. Ayan. So, ayun. So, ang ating special guest is ayan, si Michael Ver. So, nag-compete siya before sa Mr. Grand Philippines and he is one of the winners of Mr. Grand Philippines. And he is 2019 Southeast Asian Games gold medalist. Wow, congratulations, Michael Van Ver, for bringing the pride and honor to the Philippines. And aside from that, he is also an online influencer. Ayan. And today is the Mr. Grand Philippines 2020 2021. So without further ado, let us all welcome Michael Comaling from the Philippines and all the way from Ormoc City or yan. So Michael, hello.
Hello po. Hello, Pageant
Hi.
friend.
Kumusta ka? Okay, sige. For the benefits of our international and local viewers, of course, please introduce yourself.
My name is Michael Verkumaling. I am 21 years old. I live here in Ormoc City, and I am I am the Mr. Grand Philippines, and I also competed for the Southeast Asian Games in the sport of motor pentathlon. And I like sports. Good thing po kasi this pageant po is all about sports and wellness. So it is all aligned with my advocacy, and which is perfect. That's why I'm perfect for this pageant to be competing.
Nice. Anyway, congratulations for winning yun, sa gold medalist sa 2019 Southeast Asian Games. Ayan.
Thank you po. Thank you so much po.
All right. So how are you? What have you been doing right after the Mr. Grand Philippines?
After the Mr. Grand Philippines po, immediately I played for the Southeast Asian Games last 2019. Dito po sa
Mhm.
Philippines, specifically sa I forgot the place, but northern po
Somewhere in
yun.
province. Gano'n.
Northern,
Mm.
like somewhere near, I forgot the name po. Sorry, I'm sorry, but dito po yun sa Philippines.
Mm. Sige, it's okay, no problem. Oo. Ayun. And then, ayun. So, ang haba ng preparation mo, no? Actually hindi preparation mo sa sa Southeast Asian Games 'yon, no. So, kumusta naman nating preparation mo for this upcoming Mr. Grand International?
I was actually, to be honest, but I won the title Mr. Icon World Philippines last 2019, but what I really want was Mr. Grand International po. And
Mm-mm.
but sadly hindi ko po nakuha. But I still got the title Mr. Icon, and I was supposed to be representing the country, the Mr. Icon World sa India last 2019, but I chose the Southeast Asian Games. And so the
Mm-hmm.
organization told me that I'll be representing for 2020, but sadly the pandemic came and hindi po ako nakapa-represent. So sabi po nila 2021 na lang 2021 ka na lang Michael mag-represent. And sadly again, tumas yung cases sa India and I wasn't able to compete that competition, but I was already preparing for that competition po. And
Mm-hmm.
I heard the news that I'll be appointed as the Mr. Grand International. I was so happy because my preparations will not be into waste. So I'm already prepared mentally and physically for this pageant.
Nice. All right. So before I move on to my next question for you, so guys, please don't forget to share our live session interview for tonight so that we can have more viewers to come. And of course, support to Michael Vert Comaling. Anyway, yung pageant nila will start this coming November 26, tama, 'di ba? Up to December 5. Am I right, Mr. Michael? No?
I think 27.
20 ayun. So, yun, 27 mag-start yung ano nila, yung pageant nila, oo, hanggang December 5. But the final or the grand coronation will be on December 4 sa Panama. Okay, so Mr. Michael, how do you feel right now that you are wearing the sash, the Philippine sash, of course?
I still can't believe it po that this is the sash for Mr. Grand kasi this is my actually I, 'di ba I told you po that this
Mm-mm.
is the this is my main title that I really want like sa 2019, and God has always a plan and has a right time talaga, and then he gave it to me this 2021, and I am prepared and I'm very happy. I was jumping all around to be honest when I was told that you'll be representing the country Michael for Mr. Grande ko. I wow, hindi pa ako makapaniwala for
Mm-mm.
sure pag sa simula. Then I called my mom. Then she was jumping all around. I was also jumping all around kasi this is my dream title and I already got it.
Yeah, so let's claim it na ano. I think ito na talaga yung right time para ano magkaroon ng another title ang Philippines. And I believe in you, Michael. So
Thank you so much.
aside from being a sports siguro 'yun, makukuha mo yung title. Nakikita ko 'yan. And I can see your eagerness to get that title. Have you met your other candidates? Or I mean,
Um
have you chat them or
so far ang nag-chat lang po sa akin is si Mr. Grand USA.
mhm.
So
So
far
the
siya pa lang.
isa pala. So
But the
yung
other
iba hindi
candidate
pa.
yung iba na meet ko lang po sa like we had an interview with Missology, and
Mm-mm.
I just met them but I really did not communicate with them po.
All right. Thank you so much. So ayun, um how do you feel also that Ormoc City is also supporting you for the international pageant aside from the Filipino pageant fans?
I'm so happy that Mayor Richard Gomez, our mayor, thank you so much Mayor Richard Gomez for the support. He was always there sa pageant ko po na journey and sa sports na journey in the both journeys that I have, and he is my inspiration, one of my inspirations in life, and he is a role model for every Filipino na maging honest and be true to yourself, and I I adopted I adopted his characteristics, and I'd like to thank him po. And also
Yeah.
the LGU Armok and tourism.
Nice. Nice one, Michael. Ayun, so Michael, how will you incorporate your professional or the sports into a pageant?
Being in sports po is a privilege, especially being a Philippine national athlete. It's never been done before. There's no Philippine athlete na nag-pageant, so I'm the first one. So it is a
Mhm.
very good experience then, and being on the world of pageantry with the only national athlete that will be competing for this Mr. Grant is an advantage, and it makes me different from all the candidates po.
Who's behind your journey, Michael? As like the training, the pasarela.
Uh, Tito Ronan Rufverzo, if you're watching, thank you so much. He is from Tacloban, Glamour Models Region 8. He really started me in the pageant world, and actually I started pageantry just when I was 17 years old. But
Mm-hmm.
he he a bit rejected me because I told him that I want to be in the pageant world, and he told me that you're too small and you're very
Mm-hmm.
dark,
Uh-uh.
very dark. And then because I'm in the sports world, and then he told me maybe come back when you're okay, when you're taller, and then maybe we'll try. And then after 2 years of preparation, I became taller than him, and I
Mm-hmm.
joined my first pageant in school, and I immediately got the title.
Wow. So aside from joining the pageant in the school, did you also join the national pageant like Ginoong Leyte, something like that?
After po sa Western Leyte College, I'd like to say hi to the Western Leyte College school. I started there, and then after po na nalo ko po yung title na yon, I immediately um, competed for Ginoong Leyte, and I did not win the title. I was just first runner up, and that in that day I thought maybe this is the end of my pageant journey because I was just first runner up, because what it said is the first or or the Ginoong Leyte will be the one who will be representing in the nationals, and
Mm-hmm.
I was just first runner up, and I was so sad that time. But I heard the news that I will also be representing uh my my city, the
Mm-hmm.
Ormoc City, and then I was very happy, and I continued to push myself and do my best during the national pageant, and I won the title.
All right, let's talk about the Mr. Grand Philippines pageant 2019. What made you really join or decide to join the Mr. Grand Philippines?
What made me join the Mr. Grand Philippines, because Mr. Grand Philippines is one of the biggest male pageant in the country, and I believe this platform will able to spread awareness in sports, how sports can help the young people nowadays to focus on being disciplined, being motivated to to have a strong body and strong mind. In this platform, we'll be able to showcase our talents and abilities po. I think this Mr. Grand Philippines is a very good platform.
All right, a very good platform also. Ayon, so um, Michael, if you were going to choose which do you choose sports or pageant?
That's a very hard question. To be honest po, it's sports, because sports is what made me who I am today in the pageant world. Because
Mm-hmm.
without sports, I'm not here. Without sports, I'm not able to be who I am, Michael Ver as an athlete. I would be nothing without sports. So basically, I'm dreaming to be at the Olympics by 2024, and maybe next year I'll be playing for Asian Games. And if I'm to choose, I would choose the sports po.
All right. So, ayun, ano yung mga pinagdaanan mong challenges of joining the pageant?
It's challenging po in a way that kasi I'm all by myself. I don't have any assistant. Yung sinabi mo, you asked me, Michael, do you have any assistant? I don't have any assistant, all by myself. And most of the time, all by myself talaga kasi Tito Ronan is 2 hours away, which is Tacloban. I'm Ormoc and he is in Tacloban. So the hardship is that able to be disciplined and balance, get rid of temptation such as yung mga barkada. So
Mm.
I am not with my friends most of the time. So I'm just focusing on the goal, which is the Olympics and winning the title, Mr. Grand International.
If you're going to rate yourself from scale 1 to 10 regarding with your preparation for this Mr. Grand International pageant, ano yung i-rate mo? How
As
many
of now,
from 1 to 10?
as of now po, I say it's a 9 out of 10. Maybe after
Mm.
because we will be training this 23 sa Manila and that would complete 10 out of 10 because I will be
Wow.
mentored by one of the best mentors here in the country in the world of pageantry, and in that way I'll be able to make it 100, make it a 10 out of 10.
Yes, ayan. Let's claim it. Let's claim it, Michael. And we do believe, o di ba? Kung nakuha mo yung gold medal sa sa Asian Games, Southeast Asian Games, of course, who knows, 'di ba, sa Mr. Grand International, 'di ba? Ah,
It's my
ayan,
first
so
world title.
yes, let's claim it. Michael, if you were going to choose crown or title or love life.
That's a hard question again. To be honest, I have a girlfriend din po. Then she's supporting me, and I believe title po for me kasi it's what I had matagal na, and my girlfriend just started. So for now, sorry babe, but I choose the title. I,
Oo, saka na muna yung yung love life, 'di ba? Focus muna tayo sa pageant. Oo.
because yun po, it will make us who we are, and I believe if kung love ko talaga ng isang person, she will support you po. And
Okay.
sana path kung saan ka pupunta.
Yes, oo. So, ayan Michael, ready na ba yung mga mo, like the national costume, yung mga wardrobe mo? How was it?
About that po, Tito Ronan is actually sa Cebu, went to Cebu just today to get my stuff. Thank you so much po, Tito Ronan, for ever doing his best to support me in this pageant. He is really doing his 100% to show that he is also working hard, and the organization, Sir Arnie Gogo, and thank you so much po, Direct Edu, for the video, and Direct Andrew. The Team Philippines, Mr. Grand International, will be able to produce the first title, the Mr. Grand International. And thank you so much po sa lahat ng nagsusuporta rin po nagsusuporta po sa akin, especially the
Mm.
pageant trend.
Who's the designer of your national costume?
Oh my, oh,
Nakalimutan mo.
I have problems with names po. I'm so sorry.
Hindi ba
Um,
si hindi ba si Sir Nick Guarino?
I think Nick Guarino.
Sir Nick
Sa ano po
Guarino?
si Car. I think Sir Nick Guarino. I'm so sorry po, sir. I have problems
Okay,
with
sige.
names.
It's okay, no problem. O, siguro, i-announce naman. I-announce mo naman kung sino, di ba? So,
Thank you.
let's wait na lang. Siguro, surprise. Oo. So, ano nga abangan namin? What do we expect from Michael Comaling in this competition?
Expect the expect the crown.
Nice. Diba? I'm pretty sure that you have a lot of pasabog na sinasabi ng mga pageant fans always. Diba?
Yes.
Ayan, ask ko lang, kailan ka ba magko-flight, Michael? Wala pang flight details.
Flight papuntang Manila meron.
Pero yung sa international, sa Panama, wala pa so far, no?
I think so. Maybe this 25 will be flying to Panama po. I think that's the time kasi when we reach there by 26, so we have one day a jet lag. a
Yeah.
recovery, and then by 27 we'll be ready to go.
Ayan. Okay, so if you are going to win the first ever title para sa Pilipinas, which is the Mr. Grand International, ayun, how will you use your platform?
Becoming the Mr. Grand International is a very big responsibility, and I believe I am willing to take that responsibility as the Mr. Grand International. And being in sports, I'll be able to uphold my advocacy, which is health and wellness. And the Mr. Grand International will widen my scope through the youth, and also online influencer, I'll be able to spread awareness about sports, how important sports is, and in that way we will be able to have a better world in the world of sports, especially for the youth.
Ayan. All
I
right.
hope you have that.
So, thank you so much. So, guys, let's start reading up comments and questions to our viewers. So, if you want to ask Michael Ver, don't forget or don't hesitate to comment down below, and we will flashing it right away. Ayan. So, kung may mga question kayo, if you have questions to Michael, don't hesitate to comment down below now. And ayan, mag-entertain na tayo ng mga comments and questions from our viewers. So let's have our first viewer. We have from Raymart Solana, sending love.
Solana. Thank you, I reach it, and na nakuha ko na.
All right. Thank you so much, Raymart, for your comment. And also ayan, we have from Roy Semanero, Bonga.
Thank you po, thank you.
And also we have from Angel Lumongkon. Go.
Go. Go lang ng go.
Laban. Oo. Go lang ng go and laban. We have from Brandon Siratan. Good morning, Jay and Michael.
Wala, morning pa, gabi na po.
Si Brandon kasi is all the way from Trinidad and Tobago. So, morning sa kanila ngayon.
Wow, ang layo. They have a good contestant from Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes. Ayan, so he is one of our regular viewer here in Pageant Trend. So, from Trinidad and Tobago. Ayan. At masipag siya magtanong. And later on, may tanong siya sa'yo. Okay.
Okay.
Sending love, love, love from Charlie Alaban.
Thanks, Charlie. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the
Okay.
love.
Thank you so much, Charlie, for tuning in. And don't forget to share our live session, guys. And we have, ayan, my question na si Brandon Siratan. This one. Pondering the Tao Te Ching from a place of deep inner conflict shocked my mind right out of its cultural framework. The energy I felt was my body's response to dropping away from a toxic belief system and connecting with my integrity. That's how dramatic this process can be. How have you ever believed something toxic, and how have you overcome it?
It is true. Something toxic is the toxic masculinity, which is men are strong or men are not emotional, and I think that is one of the toxic masculinity that people think, or it involves violence, and it is ruthless, and that is a toxic belief that some people believe in nowadays. And I think I have in that toxic masculinity, I was able to think that men should be very strong against other races, and I don't think so. That everyone is equal and everyone deserves to be treated equal, especially the women, the LGBT, and everyone around. And that is it.
All right. Thank you so much for that
I'm
wonderful
able to
answer,
believing
Mr.
me.
Michael.
So
Okay. Do you have any
thank you so much,
additional?
Brandon.
All right. Sige, sige. Thank you so much, Brandon, for your
Ayun na po.
question. And also, thank you so much, Michael. Let's have this from R.A. Elufor. Hello, Jay and Michael.
Hello po, hello.
And we have from Ardel Nuco Mendoza, Laban, Philippines.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Ayun. So, ayun, sabi ni Sir Ann Gogo, Nick Guarino daw, yung national costume
Nick pa
designer
rin.
mo. Oo,
Sorry, sir.
si Sir Nick Guarino. Oh, yan, talagang
Sir Nick
kilalang
pa rin.
kilala siya sa Tacloban City. And
Very famous.
isa din siya sa gumawa ng national costume ni Maureen Montaigne from Batangas.
Wow.
During the Binibini Pilipinas 2021 competition or pageant. Mm-mm. And of course, si Sir Nick Guarino din yung gumawa ng costume ng, I think yung sa Sinulog Festival Queen from Samar. So siya din
Oh.
gumawa na
Oh.
nanalo. Mm-mm. So
Galing
I'm
talaga
pretty
ni
sure
Sir Nick.
and I'm very much excited and looking forward kay Sir Nick Guarino sa national costume mo.
And, yeah.
Ayan.
It will be world internationally good for sure.
Yes. Okay, let's have from Jomel Ross Souza. Hello, sir. Ask ko lang if basketball player ka po ba?
I played basketball before when I was in elementary pero hindi po ako nag-excel kasi sobrang dami ng mga naglalaro ng basketball here po and sobrang madaming matatangkad. So, hindi po ako, nag-basketball ako until provincial meet. And then, after doon po, hindi na po ako nag-basketball ulit. Pero nagba-basketball din pa rin ako until now. But I'm a full-time athlete in modern pentathlon.
Nice. Okay. And Jomel Ross Souza is watching from Melbourne, Australia. Thank you so much for
Uh,
tuning in.
I just charged my phone po kasi na-low bat. Sorry.
Ay, nalo. Sige. Okay na ba? Chinarge mo na.
Yes, I already did.
Ayan.
Yes po, I already did.
Sige. Let's have this from Neri Lescota. Laban lang, silingan.
Hey, thank you, Neri.
And also, John Laura is asking you about age and height.
I'm 5'10" I think 5'10" or 5'11". I think
5'11".
5'11" po.
Okay. Yung age mo daw.
I'm 21 years old po.
20,
I'm
21 years
21
old.
years old.
Ayan. So, 21 years old and 5'11", yung height niya, John Laura. Thank you for that question, John Laura, and tuning in. Don't forget to share our live session. And eto, may pahabol si Jomel Ross Souza. Are you single, taken, or it's complicated?
I'm hindi po ako single. Sorry.
Taken na po si
I have a
Michael.
taken po ako for now.
Oh, okay. How long na ba, Michael?
We are 8 months pa lang po. 8 months.
Okay. All right. Next, we have from Gulay Libre, what's that? Hena May. Ayan. Panotis Go Philippines.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much po. Thank you, Gulay.
And
Hello,
also one
Gulay.
of your TikTok followers is watching right now. Pon, TikTok follower here.
Hi. Thank you so much, Pon, for supporting me.
And And we have from Kuya Melvs. Pa-shout out po, laban lang. Good luck, Lodi Michael.
Hi, shout out to you, Kuya Melbs. Hopefully na ingat ka lagi. God bless.
Ayan. And from PH Pageantry, another Cebuano.
Laban mga Bisaya.
Yes, mga Bisaya. What's the best thing about being Bisaya, Michael?
Being Bisaya, the best thing about being Bisaya is we are able to speak another language aside from Tagalog kasi yung mga Tagalog, they're having a hard time na magbisaya, but we Bisaya can speak, we can immediately, nakakantindi kami ng Tagalog. So, it's another advantage. We can speak English, we can speak Tagalog, but for me, I speak four languages: Waray, Tagalog, Bisaya. Waray,
Nice.
Tagalog, Bisaya, and English.
Saan ka nga pala sa ano sa Ormoc?
Sa dito po sa city,
Sa
but
Ormoc
I'll be
City ka
transferring
mismo.
City.
Okay, sige, sige. All right. How would you describe your own personality, Michael?
I can see my personality as persistent, in a way that I don't immediately give up on anything that I try because I kept on going, even though most of the time I fail temporarily. Um, but I have a dream, I have a desire, and I have a strong feeling that I can do anything that I want to do. And being this Mr. Grand Philippines is an opportunity to be for me to become the Mr. Icon International, Mr. Grand International, and it is one of my characters that I am persistent and very hardworking.
Nice. Okay. I have a question for you. So medyo ano to, medyo personal. Hindi naman ano,
Uh,
ma palating tinatanong to. Okay, sige. Uh,
uh,
okay, so what will you do if you find out your current parents are not your biological parents?
I would be surprised. I would be
Mm.
surprised because we look exactly the same. And if not, that's crazy. Pero if ganun po, I'll still be grateful because they took care of me very well. And if they're not my biological parents, then it's still fine because being a family doesn't mean talaga na kadugo, but what how we treat each other. And just like our relationship, we can, although hindi tayo makadugo, but we are Filipinos and we are family.
Alright. So kung ang pageantry meron tayong sinasabing na advantage or disadvantage. So eto, what do you dislike most about pageantry dito sa Pilipinas or in general?
What I dislike about pageantry in the Philippines is that mas ina-attend po yung female pageantry, and they don't usually see the male pageantry. And I'll be the first one to also make sure that the Philippines recognize that the male pageantry is also as strong as our females. So and that's a challenge for me.
Mhm. Ayan. So, given that you're an athlete, ayan, so what advice would you like to give to those who are, who wants to follow your steps, of winning the gold medal for the Philippines?
If you want to be an athlete, you have to make sure that you are ready mentally, not only physically but mentally, because it will be a very challenging path to go, and it is not easy. Although the rewards will be unlimited, because everyone likes an athlete. Although not everyone likes an athlete, but most of the people loves an athlete because they know how hard it is to be an athlete, to be disciplined all the time. And winning a gold medal in the Southeast Asian Games is a very big thing, and is another step for me to become an Asian Games gold medal, and eventually by 2024 I'll be the Olympic gold. And I think that in that way I'll be able to inspire other young kids na they can do whatever I can do. That will be all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, we have a question from Jomel Ross Souza. If given a chance, do you want to enter showbiz?
I love showbiz. Yeah, for sure. Soon.
Alright. Sino yung pinaka-crush mo sa showbiz?
Ang crush ko po noon kasi si Julia Barreto, kasi my girlfriend na po siya, so kay Ivana
May
Alawi na lang
boyfriend
po
na.
ako.
Oo. Si Ivana
Ivana,
Alawi.
alawin na lang ako. Si Ivana. Baka
Ayaw mo kay
magka-work po kami noon.
ayaw mo kay Liza Soberano or ano?
Madami nang nakaka-crush ni Liza. Doon ako sa kay Ivana na lang.
Madami din nagka-crush kay Ivana. Hindi mo alam.
Okay lang. Okay lang kasi feel ko may potential. Dok! Masira ang pangalan natin.
Single pa naman si Ivana eh, no? Oo. All right. So we have another
Okay.
question from
Crush
Kuya
ko lang po.
Melvs.
Crush lang. Crush.
Crush mo lang. Okay. Sige. We have question from Kuya Melvs. What is your edge in this pageant?
I think my edge among the pageants, my contestants is three things. The first one is that I am the youngest, and with that, I'll be able to inspire my other young pageantry na nagpa-pageant na they can do whatever they can even though at midst of a young age. The second one is that I am a national team. I am the only candidate that is part of the national team and is working towards becoming an Olympic gold medalist. And my last edge is that I am an online influencer. Being an online influencer, not only well, I will spread immediately the awareness of sports. But if I become the Mr. Grand International, it will be a very big path for everyone, especially for the Filipino males to do pageantry and at the same time be involved themselves into sports. And I think those three are my edge.
Nice one. Thank you so much, Kuya Melvs, for your question and for your wonderful answer, Mr. Michael.
Thank
Ayan,
you so
Mr.
much.
Michael,
Thank you so much.
ayun, do you feel pressure pa ba, Mr. Michael? Kasi 'di ba, aside from, lumaban ka na sa international, hindi nga lang sa pageantry. Ayun, lumaban ka na and nakuha mo na yung gold medalist. And ngayon, now that you will be competing sa Mr. Grand International pageant. So, do you feel pressure?
I don't feel pressured for now. I
Mm.
feel the privilege to represent my country in the world of pageantry. It's like an Olympics in pageantry, but um, being here is a very big privilege rather than a pressure for me.
Ayan. Thank you so much. We have a question from John Laura. Okay, what do you think is the grandest achievement, winning Asian Games or becoming the Mr. Grand International?
The grandest achievement? That's a hard
Mm.
question. I think it would be grand if I also win the international title and also win the Asian Games. Although what I said a while ago, the Asian Games is my goal and my dream is to become an Olympic champion. It will be a slight difference lang. It's just it's not very far difference, but a slight difference on the Asian Games. I'd like to be a champion in Asian Games because being an Asian Games will put me another step towards my goal, and that is the Olympics.
Yeah. So, kumbaga ano na lang, siguro if you were to choose, of course, becoming the Mr. Grand International, di ba? Kasi you did achieve your Asian Games na. So you already got the gold medals and now you are vying for the Mr. Grand International crown or title. Ayan. Thank you so much, John Laura, for your wonderful question.
Thanks so much,
Let's
John.
have Okay, let's have this from Kuya Melvs again. Ayan. If if by chance, what is the advantage of being an athlete in pageant?
It is a very big advantage because, especially for this pageant, kasi um, the advocacy or the theme for this pageant is sports, which means I'm already involved into sports. So I mismo sa sarili kong words, I can truly say it because I've experienced it. And being an athlete is an advantage because I will just apply what I did, being disciplined, being mentally strong. In that way, it is a very big advantage when I am competing in the pageant world.
Ayan. Thank you so much, Kuya Melvs, for your question. And let's have this comment from Ellie Araneta Ella. Salute to Michael, a multi-talented being.
Thank you so much, Ellie Araneta Ella.
Thank you so much for tuning in, and don't forget to share our live session. And please like our page, Pageant Trend. Let's solve this. Another question from Kuya Melvs. May advocacy din po ba si Mr. Grand? If yes, what is your advocacy?
My advocacy is health and wellness through sports. Um, if I become the Mr. Grand International, I'll be able to widen my scope and be an be an instrument for youth empowerment, and also health and wellness through sports. In that way, we'll be able to inspire others to be involved into sports, because being in sports, not only you will develop a strong mind and strong body, but also you will have a self confidence that would help you become successful in your chosen field.
Ayan. Thank you so much. And ayan, another from Kuya Melvs. In 3 words, describe yourself.
In 3 words, I would describe myself as faithful, persistent, and loving.
Nice. O talaga namang mga loving yung mga Bisaya, 'di ba? Malambing, very caring, thoughtful, mga gano'n, 'di ba?
Yes.
Okay. Let's have this from Jomel Ross Sousa. Is it first time that the Philippines to join Mr. Grant International or meron na before na sumali?
Meron na pong sumali before. Actually, I forgot their names na naman.
Mm.
But
It's
last
okay,
year,
no problem.
last 2019, may sumali po ng Mr. Grand International, and then I think already 3 Filipinos I think I'm the third one,
Competed for the Mr.
and
Grant. Oo.
being the third Filipino, hopefully I'll do my best to get the crown.
Yes. Kayang-kaya mo yan, Michael. Ikaw pa ba? Diba? Okay,
Thank you po,
sige.
thank you.
Let's have this. You're welcome. Let's have from John Laura. Age just started working out, Michael.
Um, Back in high school, I think it was 13 years old or 12. I'm already working out, not in the gym, but in
Mm-hmm.
the swimming world, because I formed a very good body because of the swimming, and eventually 2 years ago I started going to the gym, and after the pageant, after the Mr. Grand Philippines pageant, I was able to uh, go at the gym and work hard and make my muscles bigger.
Ayun. So, I'm just
Para
wondering,
laban.
yes, oo. I'm just wondering, Michael, 'di ba, nagdaan na yung pandemic and lahat tayo nagkaroon ng physical changes. So ikaw hindi parang walang nangyari. Parang ganun pa din yung katawan mo. You still have the six packet,
That's
ganun.
physique.
Oo.
It's
Ayun, so what
because
have you done?
during the pandemic, po, we did not stop training. We still kept on training, and I think in that way I will able to inspire others. Now, despite whatever happens or how hard your life is, we should continue what we're doing, because eventually, at the end, you will become successful if you just believe and become faithful and never ever stop until become success. To become successful. So we continued. We still train. So even though at midst of pandemic, so we can reach our goal, and that is the Olympics, and win the Asian Games and win the Olympics.
Ayun. So any tips na pwede mong ibigay sa mga followers and viewers natin on how to become stay fit.
First of all, you must have the desire, because if you don't like it, then eventually you won't continue, even though you'll try it for a week or so. If you don't have the desire to become fit, then eventually you won't become fit, even though if you train for 2 weeks. That's because the main reason is people don't have the persistence or the desire and the determination para ma-achieve nilang goal. Most of the people do. And I think being here at the stage of Mr. Grand International, I'll be able to inspire others. So they too will become persistent and determined, so that they will achieve whatever they want in life. And that
Mm,
is one of the things that being fit.
Ayan. Okay, so ayun, what what are the qualities that best fit or suit to become the first ever Mr. Grand International, uh, yeah, Mr. Grand International title for the Philippines?
I think he must have the will to have his responsibilities, and I believe I have the will to do whatever it takes to fulfill my responsibilities if I become the Mr. Grand, and to uphold my advocacy, which is health and wellness through sports.
Mhm. All right. Thank you so much, Michael. Let's have this. Ayun, a question from Kuya Melvs again. As you said a while ago about youth empowerment, how do you encourage the youth today despite a pandemic situation?
Despite this pandemic situation, you must find ways or youth empowerment through sports. Okay, so actually the borders today are slowly opening up, and I think you should also find a team or a coach that would be with you by your side, because being in sports you can't just go alone. So being in the situation, I cannot go without my team here in Ormoc, with my coaches, my sports coach. And I think if you're still young and you want to, not only young but also, if you any person that wants to be in sports, first of all, find a good coach and work with him until you reach the goal that you want.
Ayan, thank you so much. And my next question from Kuya Melvs, I think siguro parang may pagka-political pero sige, hindi naman siya masyadong ano lang 'to. Sige. Ayan. Flash ko lang 'to. Okay. About again in youth, if you given or if given a chance to speak to our president, what is your best proposal engaging to the youth today?
If I'm able to speak with the president, and that will be, um, I think every student or every youth should be involved into sports, because you know what I said a while ago. Being in sports will naturally give you strong mind, strong body, and have a discipline and self confidence. If every youth will have that, we will have a brighter future, because this the people will be competitive in the future, will have a very strong body, and therefore if you have a strong body, then people in the hospitals will have a less work, and they will be able to um, become more successful in their jobs or their careers in life.
Ayan. So do you have your winning mindset for this international pageant?
I have the desire and the mindset,
Mhm.
and I believe I'm always thinking about that goal every day and slowly working towards that goal. And because of also our organization, Team Philippines, Team Mr. Grand Philippines, it's not just me, but Sir Arnie, Tito Ronan, Derek Edu, Derek Andrew, and everyone behind the scene. They are really working hard every day to move towards the goal that we want to achieve, and that is the crown.
Ayan. So since you will be flying to to Panama, so pagkadating mo pa lang doon sa Panama, ano yung first mo na gustong puntahan if
The
given a
Panama
chance
Canal,
na wow, bakit?
because it's already 100 years old, almost 100 years in service, and it has helped many nations all over the world to shorten the distance. So therefore, the length of period that it able to for a package or for a ship to go to its destination will be lessened. And I think I want to see it for myself how it is working.
Ayan. So since let us say that you are now in Panama and you will be meeting all the candidates from different countries and from different countries. So how will you introduce yourself, um, or the how will you bring the Filipino culture or introduce to the other candidates that you are proud to be a Filipino?
Being a Filipino, if I'm already in Panama, right?
Panama. Yeah.
Just being myself. I'm a representation of Filipino, not only the physical appearance, but also the mindset, which is we have a very burning desire to do whatever we want. Like we're not afraid of anyone. We have many people that we have many people that is an example, such as Manny Pacquiao or Hayden Diaz. They're not afraid of anyone, even though they are really small or physically small. They are very competitive, very strong, and I think that inspired me to be very strong and to show how confident we are as Filipinos and humble because of what we experienced in life.
Ayan. Thank you so much, Michael. Okay, let's have a question from our viewer from Jamal Rat Sauza. Do you have any secret talents? If meron, ano yun?
Meron pa, meron.
Actually, ayun, pinakita mo na sa akin yun before. The last time I interviewed you during the Mr. Grand Philippines, right?
Philippines.
Oo. Ano yun? Sige, for the benefits of our international viewers, can you show to us your secret
Beatbox.
talent? Ayan,
Beatbox ba?
oo.
Beatbox. Beatbox. Sample, sample,
Ayan.
sample.
Sample daw.
Okay, okay.
Sample.
I don't know if okay. Okay. Yun.
Wow, ang galing. Actually, yun talagang pinaka-ano, oo, magandang talent kasi hindi lahat nakakagawa ng beatbox, 'di ba?
Yeah.
When kailan ka natutong mag-beatbox?
Natuto po ako mag-beatbox when I was in grade 8 and I saw
Mm.
this sa internet po nagbe-beatbox, so I immediately copied him.
Mm.
What sound, so na portray ko rin na I went tried and tried until I eventually po I made the sound.
Nice one. If I'm not mistaken, you already performed it during the Mr. Grand Philippines pageant, right? That's your talent. Am I correct?
Yes, but I was the best in talent. I was the best in
Oh,
talent. I was the best in talent.
ang galing, oo. So, congratulations, Mr. Grand Philippines, di ba? Okay, sige. Let's move on to the next question from our viewer. We have from Mark Lister Opana. What is the most significant change you've seen in the world in the last 10 years? So, this question is from 2016 Miss Universe.
I think the significant change that we experienced for the past 10 years is the technology that we have. And as you can see, that the modern technology has changed our lives in a way that people have created businesses and employment, which is a very big help for us in this current situation. But it also has negative sides, which is our technology is also very addictive, especially our cell phones. So, in this technology, we're able to not focus on what we want in life. We are distracted because of our technology. And in this way, we should balance it. We should be responsible and using it. And I think that is the significant change our technology.
Nice. Ang galing, ang galing. All right, let's move on to the next question from Christian Paul. This question is so familiar because it is actually asked to our Miss Universe 2011 third runner-up. Would you change your religious belief in to marry the person you love? Why or why not?
That's a hard question. I would not change. I would not change. I'll let her change.
Okay. Sige,
I would
sige.
not change. I'm sorry. I love
Oo.
you, babe, but I won't change my religion.
So, no more explanation. Yun na yun.
No more
Oo.
explanation. No more.
Oo. Period agad. Tinapos na agad ni Michael. Okay, let's have from Kuya Melv. So what is your preparation to this pageant daw? Actually, sinabi mo na yung preparation mo, di ba? Sige, ano na lang, pahapyaw na lang.
I so again I actually am the Mr. Grant in icon last 2019, and I thought I'd be competing for the next year, so I was kept on preparing, and therefore but lahat po yun hindi po natuloy. So I was just happy that I was still preparing, even though admits of not sure, hindi po sure, but I still prepared for. And then this Mr. Grand International is now happening, and I'm so happy that my preparations were not a waste. Practicing the Q&A, practicing my improving my physique, and involve socially talking with other people so that I won't be shy when I am internationally there, and yun
Mhm.
lang po. So far yun, my preparations are very good.
Ayan. Thank you so much, Kuya Melvs, again for your question. Let's have from John Laura. We already knew Latinos are also doing great in the field of pageantry. For you, what are your plans to set up among all the Latino contestants in the competition?
I think I've already stepped up the competition
Mhm.
because as you can see, I already mentioned the three things that I am um, advantage among all these candidates is that I am young, I am an influencer, and I am an athlete, a professional athlete by profession. And I think in those three characteristics, I am able to step up, step up the game. And even though they may be more handsome, or maybe they may be handsome, or maybe taller or stronger than me, or their physique may be more big, but I think those three are already a pressure for them.
Ayan. Thank you so much. And ayun, I like your smile, Mr. Michael. I think would be ano,
Thank you so much.
oo, ayan. Siguro ay yun yung pinaka best weapon mo para ano, para maano sila, 'di ba? Oo, ayun. Smile always, 'di ba? And
Yeah.
always ano, enjoy
Enjoy
your
the
journey. Enjoy the competition. Huwag kang pa-pressure. Mm. So,
yes, bro. Thank you so
mas
much.
maganda pa yung mas maganda pa yung magiging resulta niyan kapag nag-i-enjoy ka. Nag-i-enjoy ka lang. Yung no pressure ka lang. So, every segment ng pageant, ni-enjoy mo. Ganon, ganon lagi yung mga nananalo at the end, 'di ba? Just like what
I love pageantry.
mm, exactly. O yun. So, expect the unexpected naman lagi pag ganon. Mm. All right, thank you so much, John Laura, for your question. And eto, from Kuya Melvs, actually natanong ko na to, siguro ano na lang. Being a Philippine representative in international pageant, how can you bring Philippines, ayun, Philippines naman into in Mr. Grand International? Kanina mga candidates, ayun. Ngayon sa ano na.
How can you bring Philippines in the Mr. Grand International? By being prepared. Everything comes in preparation, and I think my preparation is enough for me to get the title. And I think in that way, I'll be able to make the Philippines proud, not only in the world of sports, but the people also in the pageantry world. That would be all. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you so much. And don't forget, Michael, to showcase our Filipino culture, 'di ba?
Yeah, yeah. The
All
food,
right.
the balot.
Yes, oo, yung balot talaga. All right, sige, this one. Another question from Kuya Melbs. What is the best thing about you?
The best thing about me is that I am completely I can adapt, or I won't be sad. I'll be happy at any situation, or maybe any situation in life. I'll find the positive things, and I think that's the best thing about me is that I'm always positive, even
Yes.
though the everything in my background is hard. Even though the situation is bad, I still look for ways for me to be positive all the time, because positive energy attracts positive.
Yes. And ayun. So in other words, you are an optimistic person.
Optimistic.
Yeah,
Yes, bro.
optimistic. Ayan. Okay, let's have a question again from Mark Lister Opana. If you were to change anything in history, what would it be and why?
My history,
Mm-mm.
I think if I would change a history, most of the people is thinking that they won't would most answers that they won't change anything because they are not who they are if they change something. But for me, I would change how I treated my grandparents and loved ones who are not here now because they are now gone. They are now in heaven. I if I were able to change something, I would change the way how I treated them. I wish I treated them with more love and more respect because most of the time I wasn't able to give them time because I was focused on my everyday activities, not thinking how important they are. And if you have a family member or families that you have right now, please do spare some time with them. Always love them because they are not here in this earth for long. And and that is it. Change how I treat others. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. And ayun, last question na tayo sa ating viewers from Jomel Ross Souza. Kuya, any tips for keeping a healthy lifestyle?
I think my tip po is having a coach. I think that is the best thing for me. That is the best tip I can give because on your own you could be lazy. On your own you could be maybe tomorrow na lang or on your own
Mm,
or kung ikaw lang mag-isa, you'll be lazy. And sometimes people are naturally lazy, so having a coach will help you become better. Um, I personally am lazy, but because of my coaches, because of the people around me, they molded me to become a better person and the person who I am. And having a mentor or coach, that is one
ayan.
health lifestyle that I can give to you.
Ayan. All right. So, ayan. Ito, sige, last question na tayo kay John Laura. How will you bring male pageantry to have a tantamount support system just like the female counterparts?
I'm gonna win the title. In
Ah,
that way,
yes.
people will see how and that way the people will see how the male pageantry are competitive as the female.
Ayan, ang ganda. Ang galing ng sagot. Ang ganda. I love it. Okay, sige. Ayan. Comments from from Kuya Melvs. Thank you so much, Pageant Friend, to allow this especially kay Lodi Michael. Best of luck to you.
Thank you so much po, Kuya Melbs. Thank you so much. Hopefully mag-support kayo. Vote for me,
Yes.
guys.
Oo. Please don't forget to vote Michael Vercomaling sa sa vantel.ph. Ayan, hanapin niyo lang yung
Petzl.ph.
pangalan ayan, hanapin niyo lang yung pangalan ni Michael and also of course the Philippines. Ayan. Okay, let's have
Top 3 lang po ta.
the next top 3. Okay. Sige. Let's have the next part of this live interview session, which is the getting to know more of Michael Vercomaling, our representative for the Mr. Grand International 2021 pageant. So are you ready, guys? So stay tuned kayo and meron kayo malalaman na revelation. So regarding sa mga question. Ayan. So let's have this. Are you ready, Michael?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay,
Yes,
may
I'm ready.
request si Mas. Before we move on for the next segment, may pahabol si Mark Lister Opana. Kuya, what's this? Kailan mo ko manotice? Birthday ko na daw bukas.
Hi, Mark Lister Opana. Na-notice na kita. Happy birthday. Hopefully na safe ka sa in your everyday life and more blessings will come into your life. God bless.
Ayan. Ayan, Mark. Thank you so much. And pahabol si Jomel Ras Sausa. Kuya, I will vote for you kahit wala ako sa Philippines. I'm a pure Filipino.
Uh, Thank you so much, Jomel Rose Suaza. Thank you for
Yeah.
supporting me, and hopefully we'll able to win the crown. for the
Yes.
Philippines.
Okay, thank you so much, guys, and please tune in for more segment. Okay, let's have our last segment of this live interview session, which is getting to know more about Michael Vorkumaling. Are you ready, Michael?
Ready po.
Okay, let's have this. Share ko lang sa inyo. Alright, so, ayan. So, may mga question na lalabas dyan, Michael, and all you need to do is answer as much as you can. And before I
Okay.
read it, then you answer it. All right?
Fast talk po ba to? Fast talk?
Fast talk, pero if you have an explanation, you can go whatever. You can
Okay.
answer as
Okay.
much
Okay.
as you can. All right, let's have our first
Okay. Okay.
question. What childish thing do you still enjoy?
The challenge. I play with kids. I have a lot
Mm,
of time because I have younger sisters, and I play with them all the time. So I think it's so childish, but I enjoy it because I love children.
all right. Next, what movie do you wish life was more like?
I don't know if you've seen the movie Lucy.
Mm-hmm.
Lucy. In the movie Lucy, she was able to um unlock. They say that humans only use 5% or 5 or 10% of the our mental capacities. In the movie
Mm-hmm.
Lucy, she was able to unlock the 100%. And if I wanna, I wanna try if how smart I am if I am 100% using my brain.
Wow. Okay, sige, next. How many phones have you broken or lost?
Oh my gosh, what a question. Um, so far I've broken. I did not. Most of my phones are still working though, but I gave it to my sisters, my younger
Mhm,
sister. So every time I have a new phone, I just give it to them. So I just broke
mhm.
around two phones, two. But most
Two
of my
phones.
phones, I have five. It's so. I'm so shy saying I have five phones, but yeah, I
Sige.
have five phones.
Mm,
But two of those are I gave them to my sisters, and two of those are I broke it. I've broken.
mm.
It fell and it fell.
Okay, sige. Sige, next question. What's the best thing about being a male?
I think the best thing about being a male is, for me, is yung parents ko hindi masyadong strict sa akin. Kasi yung mga kapatid
Mm,
ko, females pa sila. So, obviously, they need to um, stay in the house. They need to have a curfew. They need to
mhm.
uh, do some, females are need to be kept. I don't know. It's not for
Oo.
all, but my parents are not so strict on me because I am a male.
Okay. Ayun. So how many siblings do you have?
Actually, we're seven.
Seven. Pang ilan ka doon?
I'm the eldest.
Okay. So may trust talaga sa yung parents mo. So that's why. Ayun.
Yeah.
All right. Sige, next question. What is the biggest misconception about you?
I think the biggest misconception of me is that suplado daw ako. I don't know.
Mm.
Sabi daw nila na first misconception po nila is that hindi daw po ako friendly ganun. But I am.
Mm. Mhm.
But I
Mas
am friendly.
mas ano pa doon, mas oo, pag makilala ka na nila, mas sigit pa doon, 'di ba?
Yeah, yeah.
Like pagiging
I think
kalog,
that's
mga
the
gano'n,
yeah.
right? Okay, sige, next. What event made you the biggest impact on who you are today?
I think the biggest impact that made me who I am today is when I was having my birthday last 2018, and
Mhm.
when I thought when one question went into my mind, and then it said that what is really my purpose in life? And
Mhm.
it baffled me because I'm already 18 in this world and I don't have a goal. And that question made me think, what is my purpose in life? And by that question, I was able to pursue pageantry, pursue sports, and being the best in this field. I think it's my purpose.
All right. Next question tayo. What was the worst purchase you've ever made?
Madami.
Like what?
But I think the worst purchase I've made is my first phone. Kasi I
Mhm.
bought it online. So when it reached me, lag po, sobrang lag. I haven't, di ko na
Mhm.
check, and then the owner, or the person I bought it, hindi na siya nag-message pa, and then nagreklamo ako, everything, and I think that was the worst
Mhm.
purchase I've made and the most expensive.
So in other word, na scam ka, no?
Semi-scam. Kasi dumating, pero
Oo.
lag pala. Oh, minus scam, na-scam pala.
Oo, na scam ka. Okay. All
Lesson
right,
learned,
next
lesson learned.
question. Mm-mm. What's the most unusual thing or fun experience you've had?
Most unusual fun experience I've had. I think going other places without any permission sa parents ko.
Mm-hmm.
That is the most unusual fun experience kasi I not usually do that, but I rarely do that. So I go to other places or other islands. I go to vacations, and then my parents will just be surprised. You're there? Why did you not tell us? So it's very fun because and also exciting at the same time.
Oo. Pag may mga lakad ka, no, hindi ka na nagpapaalam sa magulang mo.
Oh,
So, kumbaga nahuhuli yung paalam mo sa kanila. Ay, tapos na, 'di ba?
yeah, yeah.
No
Tapos na po,
choice
I'm
na sila
already
kundi
done.
tanggapin. Mm.
Yun
Alright,
nga po eh.
sige. Next question. Lights on or lights off?
Lights off.
Lights off. Okay. Next. What was the weirdest habit you had as a child?
I think the weirdest habit that I have when I was a child is not brushing my teeth. Like, that is one of the weirdest thing. Kasi hindi po ako nagtutoothbrush. I have a very bad teeth before. And
Mm-mm.
after nagka-high school po ako, then there I realized it is important to brush your teeth. So, I've experienced so many ibot yung teeth po. So, today I have a good teeth because I've already taken care of it. So, it was a lesson learned too at the same time. So, I changed that habit.
Nice. Nice one. Oo. Ang swerte mo, 'di ba? Kasi may mga times talaga na ganon, hindi maganda yung ngipin ng kabataan, pero pag laki din, ganon pa din, walang changes. Ikaw may changes, ano talaga, may improvement talaga siya, 'di ba? So you are blessed
Yes po.
to have that
Yes.
beautiful teeth.
I'd like to thank my dentist, Dr. Michael Tan, for doing my teeth and making it healthy and having an advice. So again, a mentor for my teeth. So told me
Mm.
to always floss every now and then and wash with mouthwash. So
Ayan, magaling.
fresh clean
Alright,
breath.
true. Okay, sige. Next question tayo. What does success means to you?
Success means to me is be able to inspire others. I think
Mhm.
that is the most essential thing on being successful. Although these medals, these awards may may have an expiration date or may have malalaos lang, but I think sharing it with others, sharing your success to others, will have an everlasting continuation. And I think that for me is success, sharing others my success.
Ayan. Next question. What are two things you'll never spend money?
Two things I'll never spend money. The first one is uh, two things I'll know. That's a challenging question. I've never heard that.
Mhm.
Maybe on like retoque. I will never have
Mm-hmm.
that. I will never spend money on like uh, full retoque on the face, and I'll never change that is the first one, and the second one is have gluta. Sorry, Sir Arnie.
Sa gluta, okay, sige.
I want to stay
It's
this
okay,
color. I love this color.
yeah. Oo, kasi pag ano ka, pag dark, dark, if you have that color, masyadong nakaka-masculine talaga siya, nakakalalaki, 'di ba? Mm. Ayun yung mga
Yes.
bet ng ibang ano 'yan, ng ibang judges or mga nagkaka-bet sa'yo. Alright, next
Being
question.
natural.
Yes. Next question. What are some websites you used to use all the time but have stopped using?
Websites are used all the time but stop using. I think that, everything is still. I think I don't have one because I still do YouTube. I still do Facebook.
How
Um,
about
I think
Wattpads, ganon?
I didn't. Hindi po ako nag-Wattpad ever since.
Mm,
So I
okay.
don't have website that you. So yung ginamit ko noon still the same ngayon.
Mm. You are still using it now.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Sige, next question. Sexiest part of your body.
Most of the people think that my sexiest part of my body is my abs, but I don't think so.
Mhm.
It's my lips because I'm a good kisser.
Wow, taray. Ayan, narinig nyo yan, guys, ha? Oo. Sexiest part, aside sa kanyang sa kanyang abs, sexiest part is his lips. Oo. Ah, ano naman kitang-kita naman Michael. Okay, sige, next question tayo. What's the most useful skill you've ever learned?
The most useful skill that I've
Useful.
ever learned, I think being able to adapt, being able to adapt, because
Mhm.
I think that's the most important skill that I have uh, learned. Because being to adapt in any situation, you'll be able to still grow, even though it may be hard or harsh. Being 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 able to adapt in any situation will help you even grow and become a better person. And I've experienced very hard things in life, such as I trained in Tacloban, and it was really hard
Mhm.
because the people around were not so good, and I
Mhm.
adapted to them, and we have a good relationship as of now, and it made me stronger and who I am today.
Ayan. Thank you so much. Next, beauty or brain?
Brain, of course, brain, because as you can see, usually people that are beautiful, I don't know if ako lang ba, people that are
Mhm.
beautiful, even though they're very physically beautiful, when you hear them
Mhm.
talk or you what they come out from their mouth or what their brain was processing, and then
Mhm.
you feel so it sounds so bad. Their beauty becomes like nothing. It went nowhere.
Mhm.
So I think
Correct.
brain is makes a person handsome or beautiful, although they may
Mm.
be not physically so beautiful. And I think because of their brain, because of their what they think,
Mhm.
they become beautiful in the eyes of people.
Exactly. And sa ngayon, 'di ba, before yung pageantry, they are looking for beauty, and now they are looking for brain kasi they want to have a competitive representation of the organization, which is you should be a speaker to the organization,
True,
'di ba?
true, true. Not only
Ayun.
the physical face or the body, but also how your mind works and your heart is deep in with.
Exactly. Okay. So that was our last question. Yeah. So thank you so much, Michael, for your answers. And I know, guys, meron na kayong na, ayun, natutunan about kay Michael sa kanyang personal life experiences and of course, being an athlete, professional athlete. Ayun, merong request si ayun, merong request si Jomel. Ross Souza. Wala bang pa-abs reveal dyan? Charot.
May bayad.
Oo. Oo. Ano tayo, wholesome tayo,
Punta,
Jomel. Oo, baka
punta
maano
na kayo
tayo.
sa TikTok na lang doon. Maraming apps ako doon.
Oo, ayan. Sa TikTok. Visit TikTok of TikTok account of Michael Verd Comaling. Ayan, so thank you so much, Michael, for your time and effort sa pag-attend sa ating
Thank you
live
so
interview
much.
session here at Pageant Trend. And I know, we all know that you are very much busy for this preparation na for the upcoming Mr. Grand International and medyo malapit ka na rin umalis sa Pilipinas para sa sa Mr. Grand International. And ayun, we hope and pray na makuha mo yung crown for the Philippines. Ayun. And
Thank you so
asahan mo
much.
na pageant trend will support your journey to Mr. Grand
Thank you
International.
so much. Well, thank you so
All
much,
right.
Jay.
You're welcome. And of course, ayun, I will not end this live session without, ayan, I will, ano ba tawag dito? Nakakalimutan ko sasabihin eh. so, so ayun, Michael, I will give you the floor now to promote yourself and as well as your Mr. Grant International journey. So ask our followers and viewers right now, ask some help or supports. Go ahead.
Guys, hopefully the people that are watching right now, if you have a PayPal, please vote for me in the in vantel.ph kasi we are almost 700 votes far from the leading who is Grand Mr. Grand Mexico, and I think hindi naman yun imposible. Kaya pa natin humabol with your
Yes.
help, and hopefully na vote for me to ensure me from the top I to ensure my top 10 spot, and hopefully you'll stay tuned and watch our my journey to become the Mr. Grand International also in Yuling Community Channel. Uh, Yuling Community Channel dun po mag-live, and I don't know if Pageant Trend mag-live po ba rin po ba dito.
I will
Mag-live po
try my
kayo.
best. I will try my best to cover the event. Ayun. So if we allow
So,
Mr. Grand International Organization.
yun po.
Ayun.
Hopefully, the Mr. Hopefully, you guys will continue to support me and vote for me for all the platforms. The Mr. Yuling community, Yuling, Mr. Yuling community, vote for me. Vote. Please share all my photos and videos involving me as Mr. Grand Philippines, and hopefully, guys, um, not hopefully, and I'll do my best to get the crown.
Ayan. So thank you so much, Michael. Aside from that, do you have any person to acknowledge or give thanks on your journey?
First of all, I'd like to thank God for this opportunity because without Him, I'm not here. Thank you for my parents, Mother Sherry, Dad, Juanilo, and Comaling family, Abraham family, and all my cousins. Thank you sa tanan mga suporta sa mga Bisaya. Salamat gid ninyo kay naragid mo always dira para mag-support nako. And also to my girlfriend Isabeluche, she's my mentor every night. We practice Q&A, and thank you for the Ormocanons, taga Leyte, and sa Mr. Grand Philippines organization, Sir Arnie Gogo, Tito Ronan Referzo, Direk Edu, Direk Andrew, and hopefully we'll able to have a very good performance during the pageant night and make the Filipinos proud.
Ayan. Thank you so much. So again, inulit ko
And
to
thank you,
all
pageant friend.
calling. All right. You're
And thank you,
welcome,
pageant
Michael.
friend, for this.
Ayan. So again, inuulit ko, calling all my followers, 412K followers here in Pageant Trend. Please do support Michael Ver Comaling, our representative, our Philippine representative for Mr. Grand International. To please vote for him eto, sa
Gantel.pha.
vantel.ph. Ayan. Uh,
Click
Vote for
on
your
Mr.
favorite
Grand and then
candidate, of
click my
course. Ayan. So, i-click nyo lang Mr. Grant and of course, i-click nyo yung yung Philippines or pangalan ni Michael, Michael for Comaling. Ayan. So, don't forget to support. Please, guys, support natin yung Philippine representative natin sa Mr. Grant International na si Michael for Comaling. And we all know naman na deserve niya din ng support aside from the female pageantry. So, sa male pageant, patunayan din natin na kaya din natin mag-excel with Michael Ver Comaling. Ayan. So, ayan na, don't forget to vote for him. And also, please, uh, if you want more updates about Michael Ver Comaling on his journey to Mr. Grand International, don't hesitate to follow him on his Instagram account. Just type Michael Ver Comaling and then lalabas na yung profile niya. Yun. So,
Michael V3R.
yes, ayun. So, i-follow nyo sa kanyang Instagram account and as well as sa TikTok account. Ano nga bang TikTok account no, Michael?
Michael V3R on IG. Yun po
How
yung
about on
TikTok name ko po.
So same lang din.
Yun. Michael V3R.
Michael V3R, yon sa TikTok accounts. Ayan. So, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in and mabuhay everyone. So, stay tuned lang kayo sa Pageant Trend for more interviews and updates about pageants. And also, we will try our best to give an updates of pageant like the Mr. Grand International competition and as well as other pageants like Miss Earth 2021. So, ayan, tomorrow na po yung finals nila sa Miss Earth 2021 pageant. Please do support our representative. Ayan, si Nyla. Ayan, lalaban siya sa Miss Earth 2021 and I hope na makuha natin ulit yung corona sa Miss Earth
And also
2021.
Miss Grand.
Yes.
Miss
And also
Grand po sa
Miss
Thailand.
Grand. Yes, Miss Grand International din. So, lumalaban ngayon si Samantha Palilio. Yan. So, support natin siya. Just visit the Miss Grand International Facebook page and as well as watch all the videos on their YouTube channel, Miss Grand TV. Ayan. So, malaking tulong yan sa ating representative to boost their confidence and as well as para mas galingan pa nila na maging eager or ayun, more to have their more eager to get the crown for the Philippines. So ayun, support Samantha Palilio for Miss Grand International and Nyla for Miss Earth 2021 and of course, Mr. Grand International Michael Ver Comaling. Ayan. So thank you so much guys for tuning in and have a nice evening. See you tomorrow. So I'll be having also an interview with Mr. Tourism World Philippines. So tomorrow siya at 11 a.m. kasi nasa San Francisco, California siya. All right. So stay tuned and see you tomorrow, guys. 11 a.m. Thank you so much. And sa evening naman, meron naman tayong interviewin sa Mrs. Philippines International. She is representing the province of Pampanga. So see you tomorrow in the morning for Mr. Tourism World, evening Mrs. Philippines International. Thank you guys and thank you so much, Michael. And as well as thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much,
much po.
Sir Arn Gogo, for allowing us to interview Michael Verkumaling. All right. Thank you so much, Michael, again. Bye. Have a
Thank you
nice
so much
evening,
po. Good night.
guys. Good
Bye.
night.